Happy Friday, people. No lip gloss this morning. It's Friday. Again, turning it down so the tube don't block me. Happy Friday! Just want to yell that to you. Wake up! Excuse me. This pollen, yo, is not bothering me as much as it used to. And I credit God, he's so good. Because it brought before me the fact that if you eat local honey, your allergies or the effects of the pollen in your region or in your city or country, county or whatever, it will affect you less. So tip, buy local, raw, unfiltered honey. Put it in your coffee. Use it as your sweetener for everything. And I have been doing that since January, February. I've been on this healthier me type thing, you know, kick influence, and I rarely use sugar for my sweetener. I got honey, then I learned about the benefits of raw unfiltered honey, and then I learned about the benefits of raw unfiltered honey from your city or your state or your region. So I've been buying this local honey that is produced by bees in Douglasville or in Georgia. We're closer into where I am, and so I'm not having the watery eyes and you know, a lot of coughing attacks, you know, because, okay, all right, I see you. Because I've been eating and using local honey. And you can get it at your grocery store. Just look at the label. They'll tell you where the honey is being produced from what bees, because it makes sense. The pollinators, bees, and they're pollinating flowers and trees and, you know, whatever they pollinate in your area. Therefore, you're taking a little bit in the pollen that would be produced in your area. So from the plants that bloom and produce pollen during the springtime now, or the great pollen. We don't have spring. We have the great pollen. So, yeah. So I haven't, but it still affects me because I still sneeze, because pollen is dusty in nature. So of course you get pollen in your nose, and you'll sneeze. And occasionally you'll cough if you've been outside a lot, and I have been outside a whole lot more this spring, because when did I start? Last week. I started walking the neighborhood around where I work. I work in Midtown. Funny story. True story. I credit this is that. I didn't say it like Gary Owens, but he's the one. True story. But this is a true story. So yesterday, I go on my regular walk. I set my Samsung Health to do a 1.5 mile walk. So I started up Peachtree, going north on Peachtree Street from my office, and I walked up to the SCAD office. I mean, the SCAD school. And those who's here know what I'm talking about. Deal with it. Or where Peachtree and West Peachtree merge to go into Buckhead. So I went up to there, walked to where I couldn't walk anymore, a side street, and I came back, and there was a neighborhood. To me, you know, because there's a neighborhood, Ansley Park is right behind where I work, or part of Ansley Park is right behind where the building where I work. So I usually walk in that neighborhood, just looking at the nice, just being outside, enjoying it, enjoying being outside before it gets hella hot out here. You know what I'm saying? And this time I decided to go a little further, and I'm thinking that though it might not be Ansley Park area, the neighborhood would lead into Ansley Park, and I can just whip around once I reach my goal. No, that didn't happen. Rob said, answered no, it did not. So I'm walking, and I'm you know, have my music on in my ear, and you know, I'm hearing the Samsung, my phone say, hey, you're halfway there, keep going, you're walking at this amount of rates per mile, miles per hour, blah blah blah. So I'm like, okay, cool, yes, beautiful houses back there in this neighborhood. Those who know, it's Sherwood Forest neighborhood. And surely, you know, after a while walking in Sherwood Forest, where there's money. This ain't, I mean, some of them I was sitting up and walking down the street on Robin Hood, and I'm like, that, you know, some of these houses is like, even I would do that, just kind of evaluating the houses that I pass by, because I mean, I claim DC because I was born in Washington Hospital Center, but I was raised in PG County in Fort Washington mostly. And in Fort Washington, if anyone knows, and I just found out in the last, you know, 3 years or so, that Fort Washington is one of the most black wealthy neighborhoods. And much like Dave Chappelle said, who is from the same area, DC, Maryland, PG County, whatever, I think he's more DC though, we live just enough to be poor in a rich neighborhood. Okay, I mean, we didn't want for anything. We didn't do much shopping. I did that more when I was on my own. And if anybody doesn't know what Shop-A-Lot or Save-A-Lot, that's what it was, Save-A-Lot. We didn't go to Shoppers Food Warehouse, people, you know, those who know, in the area. You know, we didn't do broke shopping. And those who did it, please, I'm not trying to disrespect you. You know, your parents, mostly your moms are magical. Black moms, black women are amazing. And women in general are amazing. Black women are we are superheroes, okay? And we make it work, okay? So, not much of, but as a child, I didn't realize it, but we wore Pro Wings because my parents was cheap as fuck. Okay, love you. They're going on to see the Lord, but they was cheap as fuck. We could have gotten Nikes, but they weren't going to get them. I mean, but at the same time, they had 5 kids, raising 5 kids. They can't get us all Nikes, especially my mom being a stay-at-home mother and my dad being an attorney for the federal government, which, if you know, the federal government is a good government job. It's secure, but they don't really pay you that much. But the benefits, though, or at least they used to be, the benefits, though. So, but we live pretty good. So I'm going through the neighborhood and I'm looking at the houses, and I'm like, there was houses I claimed to that's nice. I grew up around that type of house. You know what I'm saying? And then there was houses that I call wowish, like, all right. And then I started going further into Sherwood Forest, and I'm like, now that's money. You know, these houses that got money. You know what I'm saying? I said they got money. You know what I'm saying? They got money. But then there was some, they got money. They got their own money, okay? And, but I never was bothered by anyone, and then I noticed, like, where am I? I didn't see not narrow building in Midtown. Not one. If I did not have my phone on me, I had to pull up Google Maps to find how to get out of Sherwood Forest. Okay? I was talking to my friend. I called her. I was like, girl, I am lost in Sherwood Forest. I am in the Enchanted Forest. I feel like Hansel and Gretel right now. And the thing is, in this neighborhood, they have all these fairy tale names on the street. Robin Hood, Nottingham, Lane, Hansel and Gretel. No, they didn't have that, but you understand what I'm saying? So it was like, oh God, where am I, Lord Jesus? And I'm thinking I'm walking in the same direction, like leading me back to my daggone office. Answer, no. If I'd have kept walking in the direction I was going in, I would have ended up in Buckhead. I'd have came out on Peachtree in Buckhead. But needless to say, I got my steps. I got over my steps. I walked 2.63 miles. I was intended to do 1.5 miles, not 2.63 miles. I was so happy when I got back to Peachtree Street and walked home. I mean, walked back to the office. I was like, I don't believe I got lost. Just walking and trying to get my steps in, you know. I found something that I like to do. I don't like running. I do like walking. But I don't like walking that damn much. On purpose. You know what I'm saying? So, but I got back. I was only about 10 minutes late, but I didn't clock in because I had to get some ice water. Okay, it wasn't hot out there, but you know, you walking up hills and through neighborhoods, and anxiety of being lost in a neighborhood that is literally less than a mile from, about a mile from your job. Because gotta remember, I did about a mile and a half leaving the office building, and then I had to walk back. Okay, and some of that walk back, or trying to find my way back to reality from the magical forest of magical Sherwood Forest, you know, I'm walked more than that. So I thought that was so funny. I said, I'm sitting up here trying to exercise, call myself trying to go a different route and see a different scenery. Got lost. But I know now. I know now. I know now. I will go back. I don't know if I'll be going back today because I did my share of walking for this week. I might do a quick walk, literally up and down the street. Go to Chick-fil-A or something. You know, nah, I probably won't. I'm not going to go to Chick-fil-A. I brought my lunch. But I might do a short around the block, you know, a couple of times. Walk just to keep up because I'm really doing it and I don't want to get out of pattern. So anyway, I missed the normal term that I would have made already. So I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Wonderful day. Y'all, it's Friday. We made it. Bye.